Today I want to talk about the history of Barrett and Sons miniature dollhouse furniture and accessories. Find this subject really super interesting, seeing as I got my new little washing machine. You know, it's funny, these types of videos that I do, the history videos, they don't get as many views or as many likes, but they are the ones that I enjoy doing the most. So today I'm going to talk about Taylor and Barrett. So 2 years after World War II, Fred G. Taylor and Alfred Barrett set up Taylor and Barrett. It was the year 1920, and they were in London, England. Taylor was a former elevator installer and repairer, and his brother-in-law, Barrett, formerly a lead caster employed at W. Britton Limited, were later joined by Barrett's brother, who also used to work at W. Britton Limited, and two of the Barrett sons. The first 10 years as toy manufacturers, they focused on perfecting their technique of die casting. They created molds from steel in which were used to pour softer metals like lead, and they specialized in toy soldiers. They really were like huge in England when it came to toy soldiers. They also specialized in farm and zoo animal figures, and they distributed their products themselves. So during the 1930s, they managed to perfect the very difficult process of die casting, enough to widen their product range, including drawn carts and vehicles. All their pre-World War II items were marked T and B. In 1940, their Schoenfield Road London factory was destroyed by an air raid, and they had to relocate. So during the World War II, they produced munitions for the war effort. In a way, they were kind of fortunate because all of their molds were made out of solid steel. They weren't really damaged during the bombing of their plant. The plant was demolished, but a lot of their molds were salvageable. They kept these molds in storage during World War II, and then in 1945 the pair decided to split the molds and set up their own separate businesses, F.G. Taylor and Sons and A. Barrett and Sons, to help provide income for their separate families. Although they went their separate ways business-wise, they did stay fast friends their entire lives. F.G. Taylor and Sons sometimes marked their toys For Good Toys rather than using their company name. So sometimes you see their products, they say F.G. Taylor, and sometimes their products are labeled For Good Toys. Both companies stayed in business until the early 1980s, although mostly they did component parts for other toy manufacturers rather than manufacture toys of their own. Some of the more sought-after pre-World War II models of Taylor and Barrett include the Elephant Ride set, the Chimpanzee Tea Party set, which is my favorite, the Chinese Coolie and Rickshaw, the Brewery Drayman with the horse cart and barrels, and the fire engine with the turntable fire escape. So those were the top ones. Barrett and Sons started contract making dollhouse furniture in the 1950s and were particularly known for detailed dollhouse items such as the cat and kittens in a basket. That became quite famous. And they also started doing contract for dollhouse furniture for Barton's in the 1950s. So all of the die cast furniture that says Barton's on it is actually made by Barrett. They actually sold out to Barton's in the 1980s. And here's some example of dollhouse miniatures that were made by Barrett and Son. So here's a little ice box complete with the little die cast food items. And you'll recognize this. This is exactly like the little washing machine that I bought here in Canada. Mine's in actually a little bit better shape. And check out this lovely little telephone. Isn't that just the cutest? And you know, I've always known this telephone to be a Trang item, but apparently no, it isn't. It's actually a Barrett and Son. And the little vacuum cleaner, isn't that just precious? Little Hoover. I just love it. It looks like the little bag was replaced. And you can see here the little cake that is on the wooden stand. That would be a die-cast cake by Barrett and Sons. And again, another little telephone. Oh goodness, I just have to have one of those. These are just not common items here in Canada. You'd find them much more commonly in the UK. And here's some more Barrett and Sons. I don't think the blue furniture in the front would be die cast, but definitely the stuff in the back. Again, more Barrett and Sons. So that would be all 1/16 scale. Just lovely. Look at that little tub and toilet. How precious is that? Very similar to Tootsie Toy, but Tootsie Toy is 1/24 scale. And an old-timey telephone. Oh, just gotta love that. Just beautiful. And I left this little piece till the end. I thought that was just extraordinary. So what a neat thing to do today. I really enjoyed doing this video. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you enjoyed today's video and would like to help support my channel, you can do so by buying me a coffee. Just go to www.buymeacoffee.com/Lisa Dobo. Thanks again for watching today. I hope you found this as interesting as I did. I always find these kind of videos a real learning experience. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit that like button, and have the best day ever.